Hey guys. Hey Leo, nice to see you. I'm really well, thanks. You remind me I have to do a Leo reading on the channel. Oh. All right, so we're ready to go. So guys, if you haven't seen how I work before, I do one card free, or for a more detailed reading into your situation, it's $15. Hey Priscilla, let me just see. You want to know about an audition. Let me just see. I'm going to use the tarot, I think. Angels and Spirit, please show me if Priscilla will get the work. Hi. You're a Scorpio. Angels and Spirit, please show me, will Priscilla get the job? Wheel of Fortune, luck is on your side. I definitely feel like you could get it, you know. Is the role something to do, like, are you a part of a family? Like, is it a family unit? Like, is it some kind of job, like whether it's a movie, whether it's a series or a commercial, a TV commercial? Let me know if there's something to do with a family, because I saw the 10 of Cups. But yes, I do feel like with the Wheel of Fortune, you have a really good chance. Hey, Nancy. Let me see. Leo wants to know, is my ex going to show up at my door? Let's see. Leo's ex. It's about a couple. Okay, good. Yeah, I do feel like you've got a good chance. Show me Leo's ex's next move. I've got the 9 of Cups. Leo's ex's next move towards Leo, please. Got the Knight of Wands here. I definitely feel like your ex will make a move, but it's not going to stick, if you know what I mean. Like, the Knight of Wands is a bit of a player, a bit impulsive. So I don't feel like your ex has the intention of getting back together for good, if you know what I mean. Okay, so that's what I'm getting. Hey, Nicola. Hey, Donald. Let me know what your question is for me, Donald. I always prioritize the people who donate, so thank you. Hey, Zara. Let me know, Donald, if you've got a question. Hey, Phoebe. Okay, do I expect a new relationship coming soon? Let's see. So while I wait for Donald's question, I'm going to go to Phoebe. When can Phoebe expect a positive development in love? When can Phoebe expect? Did something end in July? Did you stop talking to someone, or you stopped seeing someone in July? what they're showing me. They're saying it's time for you to take a break. It's time for you to focus on yourself, but you will meet someone by the end of the year. I want to say November, because see how this card is number 38? 3 plus 8 is 11. So I definitely feel like you may meet someone or reconnect with someone in November, okay? Oh, thank you. I love it when people are excited to see me. Donald wants a general card. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to use this deck here. Okay. Right, Angels and Spirit, please show me, what does Donald need to see? What does Donald need to see, please? Okay. I feel like, Donald, you know that it's time to do something differently. Like, you know Albert Einstein's saying, if you do something, if you keep continuing to do the same thing over and over and expecting the same result, that's the definition of insanity, right? I feel like you know you need to change it up, because what you've been doing has not been working and it's causing you to feel fatigued, you know, like, because you just keep getting defeated and not getting anywhere, like a duck, you know, that keeps paddling, but just going around in circles. So Spirit is saying you need to break a pattern. You've got a card that says to leave the familiar life that we're accustomed to, and waltz into something new. It's like a salmon swimming upstream. It does take effort, but you must commit yourself to living by the truth that your thoughts have consequences so great that they create your reality. Don't settle for your present reality. Instead, create a new one. So it's time to take a leap of faith in a new direction. It's time to change it up. Let me see what else. And don't keep going for what's easy or what feels safe and familiar to you, because you've got a card that says everything will go your way in the long term, so long as you don't make choices for the purposes of immediate gratification, because that will be less satisfying than the grander scheme that's unfolding, the longer term plan that Spirit has in store for you, okay? Let's see, what else for Donald, please, Spirit? Andrew's here. Yes, it is the full moon. I nearly forgot. Yes, it's a powerful moon. I'm just thinking, what else do we have coming up? I think we have Mercury retrograde coming up in November. I'm not looking forward to that. It'll be Mercury retrograde on my birthday, but I feel like I just had a spate of bad luck, like, you know, car battery going dead and like some other inconveniences. So I feel like my Mercury retrograde came early. Hi, Jay. All right, let's see. Hey, Ginger. So this is for Donald. Yeah, it's time to embrace the new, because you have reached a new chapter. So now you have to just have gratitude for all that's past, even the difficult lessons, and have gratitude for what is yet to unfold. They're saying it's time for you to create. Draw doors where there are none. You can do anything that you put your mind to. So create passion on your own behalf. Play and experiment and let go of anything that's stealing your fire. Okay, it's not a time for you to continue doing things that you know you don't like in order to get what you want. So for example, staying in a job that you hate in order to get money, because there's no way to have a happy life if you're spending so much time doing things that you don't want to do. You have other options. So they're trying to reiterate that earlier message to change your strategy and find an enjoyable means to get what it is that you want. And again, they're saying do what you love and it will lead you where you need to go, okay? So I hope that that was helpful. Nicola, what type of news are you hoping for? Do you just want a general message? For those of you who have just joined, I do one card free or a $15 detailed reading, and you can do that via my PayPal link that's in the description box or super chat. You're welcome, Donald. Thank you. So recently I've got some new tarot decks. They're so beautiful. Don't ask me what this one's called, but the artwork is pretty cool. Let me see. I just really like this deck. It's really beautiful. Look at the Emperor. It's an asparagus. It's kind of unusual. And then I think this is the Enchanted Forest deck. This is really cool as well. And I got the Supernova Tarot. So it's kind of like a vintage retro vibe. And then this one's pretty cool as well. So, oh, sorry, you did already post your question. Will I be able to keep the house? Let's have a look. We're going to use this one. Angels and Spirit, please show me about Nicola's living situation. Show me about Nicola's living situation. I'm getting like pain in your neck. I don't know if you're holding a lot of stress. Like, it's really painful around here. I get, yes, look at that. You got the 10 of Cups. So it looks very positive, okay? Andrew says, can you please ask Spirit what's on the horizon in Korea? Of course, let's have a look. Andrew, let's see. Angels and Spirit, please show me what's coming up for Andrew in terms of career. Page of Pentacles. I like this. Page of Pentacles comes up when an opportunity is about to come in, but it can also talk about promotions. It can talk about scholarships, the need to maybe do a bit of a bridging course. Like, I don't know if the opportunities that you're looking for, if you need to do a bit of a upskill. But the Page of Pentacles is a really positive card to get for your career. And there is a sense that you may return to do something that you used to do, or there's something that you used to want to do, but maybe life kind of took you in a different direction. But there's a sense of you going back to something with the 8 of Cups in the reverse. Okay, let me know if that resonates with you. Nancy wants a card for this month. Let's have a look. I'm going to pull a spirit message. I wouldn't normally pull one of this from this deck in terms of the month ahead, but it's calling out to me, Nancy, so. Angels and Spirit, what can Nancy expect for the month of October? What is the message for Nancy? Okay, I like this. It feels like obstacles are being lifted for you, Nancy. This card says if you pay close attention, you'll notice that all the doors that once closed are opening up, just in a different form. Things may not appear exactly as you had envisioned. They don't want you to be frustrated, because that's going to create resistance, okay? Frustration doesn't open any doors, right? So I want you to stay open-minded. Don't allow negative emotions to fester. Instead of fighting your feelings, though, just go with them and work with them. When I say that, I mean our emotions are messengers. So if you are feeling frustration, no good denying that you're feeling frustration, but understand why you're feeling frustration. There's a message in that for you. And it's your higher spirit wanting you to do something differently, or maybe it's it's a message that you're hanging around in the wrong crowd, for instance, or there's a situation that you feel mistreated in. You know what I mean? So there's a message in your feelings. Once you learn to read the message, then true healing can really begin. So there's some shadow work coming up this month for you. You know what? I'm going to pull one more card. This is the deck that I use to identify emotional blockages. So let's see what type of shadow work you should be doing. Angels and Spirit, please show me what's the dominant emotions that Nancy will be feeling. Remember, it's there for a purpose. What will Nancy be working with this month? Okay, you've got obsession, something that you're unable to really forget about, something that you keep replaying over and over in your mind. So they're saying, identify what you could be obsessing about and when it happens, why you're having trouble releasing control, and what are your obsessions telling you about your inner world. And then you've got grief. So I don't know if you're obsessing about a past loss of some kind. So I hope that helps you. Okay, let's have a look. Nicola, I just saw that you super chatted me. Thank you. Let me know if you have another question. Phoebe wants a card on next person you meet. Okay, let's have a look. Maybe this deck. Angels and Spirit, please show me. Who is Phoebe next going to meet? Show me the qualities of the person that Phoebe will next meet. Who's coming in for Phoebe, please? I feel like you already know this person because you've got the connection, the community card, which talks about neighbors, some kind of existing connection. Clarify. I am seeing some kind of a bike around this person, so I don't know if that gives you a clue as to who it might be. I feel like he might offer to do something to help you. He'll show you his interest when offering to help you do something, okay? Yeah, it's interesting though, because we've got two cards about being a part of a group or a club or a gang of some kind. Let me know if that makes sense to you. Oops. I'm going to just pull one more card from a different deck. Show me who's coming in for Phoebe. Who's coming in for Phoebe, please? Yeah, see, Six of Pentacles is someone offering you some kind of a generosity. Six of Pentacles is a card about give and take and benevolence, someone offering to do something nice. See, I told you this person like rides a bike, or I don't know what the significance is. And the Eight of Cups in the reverse, I feel like you already know this person. Hi, Irene. Nice to see you. Oh, Bernard, thank you. You like my nails. Nicola's a Scorpio too. Let's have a look, Nicola. I'll have a look at when you can expect a job. Oh, you got by the end of the month. So I do see an opportunity by the end of the month. Maybe it was something that you applied for back in August. Something that you considered doing back in August. Can you show me, when can Nicola expect to find work? You do need to like be proactive though, because they're saying it's the right time to take action. So you need to be proactive in finding work. There's something, there's a reference to July, August. I don't know if that's when you ended a job. And let me see just quickly what's going to happen with Nicola's ex. What's going to happen with Nicola's ex, please? What's going to happen with Nicola's ex, please? I feel like there were toxic people around this person. There were toxic people surrounding this connection. Does he have a gambling problem? Yeah, I do feel like you're going to hear from this person, but and they're going to want a second chance, because whenever I say the Wheel of Fortune, it's like a second chance. They want you to give them a chance. The Knight of Cups is a romantic gesture, but you've got the Hanged Man in the reverse. So I feel like something's holding this person back, and it could be other people interfering. I want you to, let me see what advice I get for you just quickly, and then we're going to move on. What does Nicola need to see in relation to her ex? You really need to ask yourself if this person is right for you, because if they've allowed other people to interfere in your connection, maybe they're too weak for you. Maybe you need someone stronger. And it's interesting that there's a word here that I'm really being drawn to, and it also is relevant to the tarot cards that I just saw, and the word is backpedal. So I feel like this person is very swings back and forth, okay? And you've got a card that says anyone who's right for you won't backpedal after showing up strongly. You deserve someone steady who shows up consistently. Do not lower your boundaries. So I hope that that resonates with you, okay? Hey, Rachel. Thank you. Let me see. Yes, who asked me about Bernard? I'm definitely doing a Scorpio reading after this live. So for those of you waiting for a Scorpio reading, it is coming, I promise. Okay, guys, hit me up if you want a card. I'm just going to pick people randomly, and you know how it works. I do one card free or a $15 reading, okay? Rachel, do you want a card? Let me know if you have a question. Oh, I just love the 10 of Cups. It's such a nice card. You're welcome, Nicola. Okay. Okay. Let me just sign back in. I'll be 1 second. We're gonna use this deck again. All right. Okay, angels and spirit, please show me who's coming in for Rachel. Show me who's coming in for Rachel when it comes to love. I knew this while I was shuffling. There's someone in the legal field / law enforcement. Could be anything from an investigator, detective, to like someone who actually works as a lawyer, but I'm feeling more like policing, to be fair with you. Could be a prosecutor, because I am seeing suits here. Hey Ninja, how you going? And he might do like corporate crime, you know, like, is it white collar? Because I'm seeing gambling here. So something like that. Let me just see what love message you have, because I'm drawn to advice for you, like how to manifest, right? Let's see. Angels and spirit, please show me, what does Rachel need to see in terms of, whoa, love. Just bear with me a moment. Keep seeing 9 and 10, so I don't know what those numbers, why they're significant. Don't overgive. Like, I know Scorpios really tend to invest too much, and we are then susceptible to people who would just be out to take, and sometimes it's not even intentional. Like, you know, people just are programmed to, you know, take what they can get. Do you know what I mean? Like, sometimes it's not because you're dealing with a person with a personality disorder like narcissism or whatever. It's just it's the way we're wired. So spirit is saying to continue giving without receiving doesn't prove anything except that you know how to be taken advantage of. So I want you to just pull back a little bit. Allow a man to show you what he's willing to do, or what he's willing to invest in a connection. And I'm just going to pull another card from this. And there is still some past trauma that you need to heal. Otherwise, you might unintentionally sabotage a new connection because you're easily triggered, right? Or sabotage it because you're not used to being treated well. Yeah, so I'm getting past trauma still needs to be cleared. What does Rachel need to see? And the way to clear it is to continue working on your self-confidence. Because obviously if you overgive, it's coming from a place of I'm not enough and I have to do extra to convince the other person that I'm worthy. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, because I feel like, look, you're very guarded. So there's obviously some trust issues that you need to heal. But this card says you're lonely because you're so aloof. Trust others and let them into your heart. So there's some walls that need to come down. So you're still doing some healing work, okay? Oh, that's sad. Well, I know how that feels as well, you know? I do. I think it is a Scorpio thing. We can't help it. We love in such a way that we just wrap our person of interest in a bubble of love. Like, you know, we don't know how to do things in halves, right? Donald wants another card. Let me know what question you have. Okay. Is it just another general? You're welcome as always, Rachel. And have fun in Uluru. I know next year I can feel like it's going to be better. I'm almost just, I don't want to wish my life away, but I'll be glad to see the back of this year, to be honest. It's just been very draining and disheartening at times. Like I've seen things that I can't unsee this year in terms of people in my family that I never thought would let me down. Just things like that, you know. So it's been like pretty heavy, a lot of heaviness. So Donald, what deck do I want to use for you? Let's see what's coming up, and I'm going to do a Soul Truth card as well. I'm going to use the Fairy Tarot. I don't know why, but it's you know, calling out to me. All right, so Donald, let's see what the Fairy Tarot says about what's coming up for you. Okay, Angels and Spirit, please show me what's coming up for Donald. What's coming up for Donald? What's coming up for Donald, please? Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This can be missed opportunities. I don't want you to feel disheartened, Donald, but there's a lesson here. It's like the universe is testing your commitment. Like, how much do you really want a certain thing? You're being tested in terms of your confidence. Like, we were just talking to Rachel about this, but I saw the Queen of Wands in the reverse. You're going to have to eliminate all self-doubt. You're going to have to back yourself. Otherwise, things like opportunities are going to slip through your fingers. So I saw the Six of Wands in the reverse as well, which is, there's a few different interpretations of that card. Obviously, it's an energy of defeat, so it kind of goes hand in hand with the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. But if you don't want opportunities to pass you by, if you don't want to be defeated, you're going to have to really work on your confidence and back yourself, okay? Because whenever I see the Queen of Wands in the reverse, it's a lack of confidence or a lack of self-motivation, you know, because the Queen of Wands is like very entrepreneurial. She's very creative. She is really good at generating income from like creative pursuits and hobbies and passions and things like that. So have you got a birthday coming up? Three of Cups. What's coming up for Donald, please? Interesting. Five of Wands. This is another card asking you to, well, it's saying you're going to have competition, and this is why you're going to need to back yourself. This is why you're going to need to be confident, more confident than your opponents. You're up against ambitious people, so you're going to need a point of difference, like what makes you different, apart, what sets you apart from your competition, but also you're going to really need to believe in yourself, okay? Let me see what your soul truth deck says. Do I believe I'm worthy? It says you are worthy, you are deserving, you are loved. Start seeing the divine beauty within you and go out and claim the life that you've dreamt up. Your crown has been bought and paid for. Put it on your head and wear it. That's a Maya Angelou quote. So for a big goal or dream that you have, ask yourself, do I feel worthy of this? What does Donald need to see, please, Spirit? What does Donald need to see? Yeah, and don't compare yourself with others. Remember, you are unique and you have your own unique skill set. And what you're able to see in another is only visible because it's within you, ready to be brought out. So they're asking you to shine light on this feeling of not having enough, not being enough, and see the truth that all that you need and want is within you. Stop comparing and start creating, okay? So that's your guidance. All right, guys, now it's time to ask me a question, ask for a card, because I will end the live if we don't have any takers, so that I can go and record a Scorpio reading, okay? Oh, sorry, Irene, I missed it. Let me just refresh my PayPal. Oh, it didn't come through. I just worry that you... Did I put the wrong PayPal link in my description? Yeah, so it didn't come through, Irene. So you might want to recall that payment. Thank you, Andrew. I love my tie-dye sometimes. I'm in that tie-dye mood. Oh, I don't know. I don't know how that works, but yeah. I think was that it coming through? Oh, it came through now. Sorry, that's really weird. Normally it's yeah, here it is. I got it. Okay. Ooh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry about your husband. Okay. Okay, let me use my success cards for your question, Irene, okay? Right, angels and spirit, please show me, what does Irene need to do? There's a message here about the need for you, Irene, to present simple, easy to grasp ideas. So maybe you need to make your ideas easily digestible, okay? Engage strong emotion at the beginning and the end, and clearly distinguish your unique selling points from the competition. This is interesting because this was just literally coming up for Donald, right? Use memorable, exciting videos or images over facts and figures, okay? Share success stories. Provide 2+ options. And close when they seem ready, because your pitch won't close itself. So there's a need here to, as I said to you before, your concept, it needs to be easily digestible. Think about your audience, who you're pitching to, make it really easy to understand. And then you've got a card here that says, we're not in an information age anymore, we're in an information management age. So How can you stay on top of the latest tools, trends, and best practices? Which competitors, news sites, blogs, books, YouTube channels, Twitter accounts, and industry reports should each member of your team check? And do you have an information sharing channel for your business? These are just some ideas that might help you. Just bear with me a moment. Thanks, Rachel. I just did my washing. Isn't that funny? So there's something here about making it simpler. Now, there's a card that says, when developing a new product, feature, or idea, test it with a minimal viable product. Doing so accelerates learning and minimizes mistakes. You can always add more later. So what are the most important unproven assumptions of your business? Can you test them with fans by granting early access, or with companies by granting them preferred future business deals? There's something here about publicity. How are you going to market your idea? How are you going to pitch your idea? Now, this is a John Rockefeller quote. Next to doing the right thing, the most important thing is letting people know that you're doing the right thing. So PR is about getting attention for your idea or your business. Nobody actually cares about your company, so keep your press release concise and focused on the audience. A strong headline, hook, and image are key. Promise exclusives to increase your odds of getting picked up, or embargoes to get news released at once. Okay. And there's definitely a message here about the need to keep tabs on current trends or new discoveries that you can tie to your business. There's a need to build and foster relationships, possibly with people in media. And I'm going to pull a card from the Angels of Abundance. Let's see. So how can Irene maximize the success of her invention? What is the guidance for Irene, please? You've got power of prayer. So I want you to pray for signs. I want you to pray for guidance and then pay attention. Sometimes we forget to do this because our spirit team is always there hoping and waiting for us to ask for help. So I want you to just put it out there to your spirit team, your cheerleaders on the other side, and then wait for them to point you in the right direction. The power of prayer, it says, give this situation over to the divine for uplifting and healing, and be open to miracles. Literally, there's only been, I could probably count on one hand how many times out of desperation I've prayed for an answer. One of them was when I didn't know what was going on in terms of my health. Like, I knew that I was severely allergic to something. I didn't know what, and doctors didn't know what was going on with my body. So I was reading all of these medical journals and trying to get to the bottom of it myself. And I prayed to Spirit to give me a sign. Like, what was I consuming that wasn't agreeing with me? And then literally the next day I got my answer. Another time I was in a really bad dilemma when it came to my love life. There were two pretty toxic guys. it was during COVID. I didn't realize they were toxic at the time. I mean, I knew that they were problematic, but I didn't know the level of toxicity. And I was trying to choose between one and the other. And I asked for a sign, and it came instantly, so quickly that I almost missed it. So I want you to pray, because this card says heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Now, I know your husband was helping you a lot with this invention before he passed away. That doesn't mean he can't help you in the spirit world. In fact, sometimes when people pass over, they can help us even more than they could have, in the physical. Okay? So just bear that in mind. They're saying be sure to act upon the divine guidance that God gives you in response to your prayers. Okay, we're going to get one more message for Irene. You've got God is your source. There's something here about prayer. There's something here about trusting that if this invention of yours is going to help other people, if it's going to be of service in some way, and it's going to showcase your natural born skills and talents and allow you to reach your highest potential, of course the universe is going to help you. Everything that you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. And that reinforces this card that came out earlier, sever vows of poverty. Yes, your circumstances are a little bit tricky and vastly different from before, when your husband was around, when your investor was around. But I want you to place your trust and hand this over to the divine, okay? I hope that was helpful. And sometimes spirit will just send helpful people our way. Sometimes we will overhear something important. Some random is having a phone conversation, for example, and the advice that you need to hear, you overhear it. So I want you to pay attention, because signs and guidance can come in a myriad of ways, okay? You're welcome, Irene, and best of luck. I have no doubt that your invention is going to be successful. Okay, guys, if there's anyone else that wants a message, let me know. Thank you, Donald. Thank you so much for your support of my channel. I'm so grateful. I only wish I had more time for my channel. One day. One day. Okay, guys, I might end it there. So thank you all for joining. And I will see you soon. Bye.